Good morning everyone, today is another pre-maintenance checklist video, which means we're going over all the different campaigns which are ending with this coming maintenance. So the very first thing I need to go over is there will not be a server maintenance, so servers will not actually go down. The next server maintenance is actually on December 3rd, which is the week after. However, that does not mean that certain campaigns will not be ending. For example, we will have a boost campaign that will be kicking in on the 26th of this month. As we can see right here, it does affect the Alter Realm investigation for the South Tundra area, as well as the Kavaris urgent quests, as well as the relay quest, where we all get 100% rare drop rate, as well as 50% fix a drop rate. Remember, this applies to everyone, free to play and premium members. Now, if you're a premium member, you do get an additional 20% rare drop rate, which is pretty nice, I suppose, but it's not that big of a deal. Now, while we're on the topic of the relay quest, don't forget the relay quest does change every 2 days. Some of you guys may have realized that the current relay quest, or basically if you're watching it today, it was yesterday's relay quest, was the Falls Great Cleanup Operation. So for the past 2 days, it's been a solo relay quest. Not really my favorite. I actually don't really like this one that much, and it is overlapping with PSO2 day, which is still happening, by the way. So it was a little bit of a shame in my personal opinion, as I wasn't able to really farm with anyone for PSO2 day. So what I've been doing is literally just farming the Alter investigation South Tundra area instead. As you can see here, we do get the 150% rare drop rate and the 50% fix a drop rate. So we've just been farming this instead. Now, another thing that I want to remind everyone is we are getting the NGS Headline Wave on the 25th. So I am looking forward to this, as I do want to see what Sega has cooked up for us. If we look at the description over here, they did say here that we will get more information on Rune Luther. As we all know, Luther is going to be coming in December, so that's going to be pretty cool. And they're also showing a sneak peek of the winter update, which will run from December to February, also known as the Super Genesis Festival. So it is going to be pretty nice to see what they've cooked up for us. But nevertheless, I'll have a separate video for what to expect from this NGS headline. But I don't think it's going to be anything super mind-blowing, but it will be a good enough chunk of content to keep everyone busy. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the different ACSG, Golden, Big Bang, Scratch, and all of that stuff, because literally nothing is going away. Everything is going to be going away on December 3rd, so you don't need to worry about any of the scratches going away. You can literally just chill and, just buy anything at your own time. Now, something that I do want to remind everyone is to start doing your limited time tasks, especially the ones with the Big Bang Scratch Ticket Gold. You can obtain a total of 6 of these tickets. As you can see, I currently have 4 of them already. So I do recommend people to just head over here to the Scratch Ticket selection, head over to the Big Bang Scratch Ticket Gold, and just see how many you have, because you can earn a total of 6. And out of those 6, a lot of them are actually tied behind the limited time task under campaign. You can see right here, there's main task progression, Alter Realm suppression, as well as the Alter Realm boss suppressions, as well as the clear limited time quest. So you can earn a bunch of them over here. There's also one extra one locked behind the reward box on tier 2. So you don't want to sleep on these, because the rewards for the gold tickets are actually really good. As we can see right here, if you hit the jackpot, that's 10 million Meseta, which is pretty substantial. That's basically a new hairstyle. There's also a bunch of star gems that you can get. You can get a full-on N augment transfer pass, which is nice. And even if you don't hit the transfer pass and you just get the vouchers, there's still a significant amount, like 50 or 25 is still a good amount. And everything else over here is all still really good, regardless whether you're a free-to-play or a premium member. But it's even more important if you are free-to-play. You definitely want to make sure that you get all 6 tickets and that you use them. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, this week's ARKS Records. It is the Deep Well solo, so it does require you to run this solo, but just participate so that you do get your ARKS Record badges. And the reason why you want your ARKS Record badges is because of the weapon camos. Again, these weapon camos don't go away until December 3rd, so you still have you know, 2 weeks worth of time, but I would definitely pick up these weapons if you don't have them already, or these weapon camos, because they do look pretty badass and they are color variants. But if you don't care about them, just pick the star gems. You can never have too many star gems. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is the Aegis Integra exchange shop. I know I probably don't need to remind everyone about this every single week, but of course you can turn your Neo A's into Aegis Integras, or you can just get Aegis Integras straight up. So make sure to actually exchange all your Aegis Integras into the Aegis Soul 4s, as well as all the different Dominas, because you can use this to turn them into Halphinales. Now do keep in mind that you might actually have a ton of these already sitting around in your inventory, because you can obtain a lot of these from the relay quest as well as from the Ultra Realm. So what I recommend everyone to do is actually just head over to the item lab, just go to Augment Capsule and simply just search Halphinale and see if you can make any Halphinales. You can see I can make 8 Halphinales. I've got like 10,000 of these Dominas just sitting around. So definitely make sure to check, as you might be sitting on some money. Because remember, after you made the Halphinales, you can turn them into the Magis Halphinales. You can see right here, we can make 2 Magis Halphinales. And then once we've done that, we can try to make our lowest Halphinale. And look at that, we can make 2 lowest Halphinales, as we do have the Bastia capsules, we have our Lux Halphinales, we have our Magis Halphinales, and wabam! You've just made 2 lowest Halphinales, which are currently going for 2.1 million each. Now, yes, I do understand 2.1 million is not a very significant amount of money, because you know, everyone can get these now very, very easily from the relay quest as well as from Ultra Realm. But nevertheless, just think about upgrading your gear. You know, you're saving yourself 4.2 million if you just make all of these capsules yourself versus spending the money on the player market. So this is what I personally recommend people to do, because it might not seem very impressive this week, but over the course of a month or 2 months or 3 months, it will save you a significant amount of money. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is of course the item recycle shop over here, because as usual, you can pick up your 50 star gems over here. Please do not sleep on this. This does add up very, very quickly. So as you can see right here, you do turn 50 NEX cubes into 50 star gems, super duper easy. And then if you still have more NEX cubes, you can turn them into 50 alpha reactors as well. And wabam, so there we go, we just got our 50 alpha reactors. We can sell that for some Meseta. You made 175,000 Meseta. All right, next up is the Genesis Point exchange shop over here. As you can see, the minerals have reset. So if you have not bought the minerals for this month, you definitely want to make sure that you buy it, as these minerals do reset every single month. Remember, they do not reset weekly, they reset monthly. As you can see, 24 days remaining until reset. But nevertheless, you just want to buy them because it only costs 8,000 Genesis points, and you literally get 200 of every single mineral. It saves you a lot of time, as you don't need to go out exploring and breaking the minerals. But of course, if you enjoy that, by all means, continue and do that. Now, another thing that I can also recommend is, of course, the Master Fragments as well as the Foundia capsules if you still need them, because you can always use these capsules as they do help out quite a bit. And last but not least is, of course, the Alliance Badge Exchange Shop over here. Make sure that you do pick up your 30 star gems right here. Wabam and wabam, super duper easy. Now, I want to remind everyone again regarding your Big Bang Scratch Ticket Gold, because some of these limited time tasks are pretty tedious, such as the current one that I'm still working on, Clear Urgent Quest number 3 or stage 3, because this actually does require you to do the UQ 15 times in order to fill up the bar total. So you are time gated on some of these limited time tasks. So do not leave all these limited time tasks until the last day, or else you might not be able to complete all of them, as you know, for example, the UQ one right here. You know, you have no other way to spawn a UQ. And using triggers do not work for this, unfortunately. It has to be an urgent quest.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.